for a lot of people, as much as it's okay to say, oh, well, I'm just flirting, but you also see how everybody who has been mentioned is affected by what you just termed as vibes of flirting. There was something seemingly sort of strong going on between Emmanuel and Liquorose at the time. What were you doing? Because I remember that closet clip as well.
Yeah.
You had some interesting late night moments where you, as far as sometimes when we hear what you're saying, what were you trying to achieve? Because it's one thing to want to flirt with a Yusuf, for people watching at least, where, okay, Yusuf is a free guy now, but when it's, like you said, Emma Rose, who seemed like they had been going on for quite a bit, what was going on? What was that about?
I would first like to state that I did not take the whole Emma Rose thing seriously.
Okay.
I mean, he flirted with a lot of people in the house.
How I am flirting? So what was he? Did he flirt with you?
He flirted with me.
What was he doing that was flirtatious?
You know, sometimes he'd come to me, he'd be like, I can't wait to see you outside. Sometimes he'd come to me and be like, I can't remember like precise conversations. You know, should I have, respected Liquor's boundaries and to not reciprocated the energy? Yes, definitely, I do accept that, and I apologize if like I crossed the boundary that she felt like disrespected or anything.
Jmk, did Emmanuel flirt with you?
Can I just say, I didn't really think it was such a big deal.
Okay.
To be honest, him flirting, I didn't think it was such a big deal. When I mean flirting, could be him, saying some like inappropriate things. I can't really say the specifics. Well, I'm not a child. I know what a guy is flirting, but I didn't take it seriously.
Why? Sorry, I said inappropriate things.
Did
inappropriate things like what?
I don't know. I can't really remember.
Why would you say I said inappropriate things?
Because at that time, you said it.
I said what?
How many months after? How would I remember?
Then why would you accuse me of doing something you don't remember?
Nothing is a bad thing, Emmanuel. Hope you know.
You said inappropriate.
Like, it could be a compliment, but for someone that is in something serious, I might think it's inappropriate.
Sorry, so even as a married man, I can't tell a stranger, oh, you look good.
That's what I'm saying, it's not deep.
Saskay, your name also came up, because I also remember the conversation about, this Emmanuel's flirtatiousness. What was flirting for you at the time from Emmanuel? What did you notice then?
I didn't think it was anything serious, to be honest. I mean, it was just maybe sexual content here and there, but I didn't think it was anything serious, because I knew what he had with Liquor was serious, so nothing.
Emmanuel, you've been scratching your body since the talk. So, explain this scenario. Angel, Jmk, Saskay. I'm in a house filled with other people. You wouldn't expect me to just give cold shoulders all the time or pretend that you're not there or something. So if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you back. Yeah, and all these situations, they were nothing serious to me. Very sorry to cut you there. Were you cool with Jackie B? Yeah, I was cool. You guys were cool. Yes. You say you guys were cool, you and Emmanuel. Yeah. Did you ever feel like he flirted with you?
No.
So my question now is, you said you are not going to give the cold shoulder to other people. You didn't necessarily give her a cold shoulder. But she felt like you guys were. So why is this different? The way I was with Jackie was almost the same way the way I was with even Saskay here, Jmk. But she's just saying she didn't feel that. So I think it's from their own perspective. Because for me, it was not that deep at all. If I have something and I feel something for you, I'll push it. But I didn't push anything with any of them. Liquorose, let me come to you, and I want us to go back to the house, regardless of whatever it is you're feeling now. At the time, did you notice all of this?
I didn't really notice until the Beatrice and Angel situation that night was going on. At least Karen would draw my attention to it. Maria drew my attention to it, like, oh, Emmanuel is flirting with girls. And at that time, Emmanuel we're just like...
You're still starting off?
Yeah, we're still starting off, and he was like, oh, he's really sincere, and he asked Sam to come talk to me. This guy came to talk to me for him, my money and all that. And I was like, I don't know if I want to fall in love in this house. Even I was liking the guy, he grew on me, and I was trying to hold my feelings back, but I couldn't. And so when Beatrice and Angel were having a talk one night, then Angel was telling me, she was like, remember that night? Yeah. So I had something like, oh, money flipped from you, and this and that. So I was mad, jealous. So I went to meet him. I asked him, like, oh, Angel said you guys had a conversation about picking who's your crush and whatever. So that was when it clicked to me, like, okay, something was going on, because he denied it at the time. Then Angel, it became like something big. Then Angel came to talk to me the next day. Then Emmanuel came outside. Then I complained to Emmanuel. What he denied the night before was like, oh yeah, we did have that conversation. And I kind of looked stupid in front of Angel that day. So I knew something was up, and at that time, like, I saw the sincerity in him and everything. So yeah. I kind of noticed that he came to me and said Jmk and some other people said he was boring. There are clips of me trying to like tell him you're not boring, like talk him out of it. Because I felt like he was in a show and I wanted him to be free in the house and stuff. So I was like, hey, go and talk to them. Talk to other people, go and vibe with them. I didn't say go and flirt with them. There are just few things I saw and I reacted to. Like when I walked into them having the shower, they were like 4 in the bathroom, and I was really mad that night. I think I saw that.
In the shower. He was in the shower with who?
I can't remember. I think Angel was there, Jmk. I can't remember who they were for. I think Cost was also there also. I've not seen the nakedness. Why would other girls be saying
relationship in the house? Because you had a few complaints
yeah.
on a number of occasions, either about how he wasn't showing enough, or like you said, maybe the other things he was doing,
yeah.
or, you know, but you still stuck around.
Yeah.
You would complain, but you would come back. You would complain, but you would stay there. Yeah. What made you stick with it? What was it about this that made you still want to sort of, for want of a better word, fight for it?
To me, I believe people are different. So I'm not the kind of person, like, when you come to me and tell me this person is this, I will act that way because you come to tell me. Like I said, Perry will come tell me, Angel told me, like, I don't think he genuinely likes you. I think he like you more than he likes you. I didn't listen, you know. I like what I see in my face. So when all that happened, I remember the first time I was complaining when you mentioned, like they said it was one-sided. My complaint to him is what
Did you notice that before I said it?
Of course.
Okay.
Like if that was before Angel mentioned it, Perry mentioned it.
So it's not me.
Maria wants me. So I'm like, and Beatrice said it that night here in the so I'm like, I know what you say to me when we're alone. I know how you act. There's a time in the party he said he doesn't like when I dance with guys or when he doesn't have my full attention. You don't tell the girl that when you don't want to have full attention. He told me that I had a conversation with when was like, I say you don't want to dance with guys. And I know what we say when we're together. I know how you express yourself when we're alone under that duvet. Like I know the things you say to me. So what are you telling people? That was my problem. Let me just show you. Telling someone something. Because I didn't see him flirting with this. Because just when I came out, I saw a clip of Saskay saying, Emmanuel, they flirt with me. Then after the prank, like, I don't believe her. That boy, they genuine. I didn't see all those things until I came out of the house. And what I stuck around was, Emmanuel was the first to say he loved me in the house. After the prank.
He used the L word.
Yes, in the party. He was like, I wanted to be careful. I wanted to take my time. But now I love you. I'm telling you, I told White Money. Because White Money was the number one Emma Road chief whip.
White Money didn't tell you?
Me?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. We had a person around. I was like, he used the L word already. Because he was like, he had both of us back. I was like, oh, I know you don't already love her. But I beg, don't put your 100%.
So you didn't at any point see this thing people saw about him using you?
I didn't see it.
There's also people who also said you probably also used the situation. And
God says my heart, that was me 100% in the house. I was in love with him. I didn't fake anything.
So living in the moment, like you said, you don't see everything. You also are living in the moment. So you started saying things. Did you now see what the viewers saw?
Outside the house?
Why they felt that way? Did it change your perspective?
A little bit. Like I said, I like to... If you do something bad to me, no matter if you don't go and talk to them, I'll go and talk to you secretly, like, yo, why are you doing this? Because these people are humans, you know. So when I saw that clip, that was the first, because my phone was on, when I saw that clip on the interview, I was just like, oh, you might have some questions to do. So that night, I went to his room, and I had that conversation with him. Because now we're outside the house, I don't know what you have in mind. But he knows, he was aware, like, oh, this girl was in 100%, you know. I think he was being careful, I don't know. I'm like, yo, do you like Angel?
You asked him that?
I asked him the question. Do you want to be? So that night we had the argument. And we settled that night. That night was what brought up, okay, I started like, okay, maybe Angel was really flirting with him, maybe other girls, because of the conclusion we came at. I'm like, okay, no. And he said it to my face, I'm in love with you.
This was outside the house?
Yeah. I think that was on the 5th.
Because there's no cameras now, and he still says, I love you.
On the 6th of October, yeah.
There are no cameras now, he still uses the L word.
Yeah, because we're having an argument. I'm like, that was the first time he yelled at me, and I yelled at him too. Like, we're yelling at each other. You know, it was expressive. That was the first time I saw him expressive. I'm like, you know, it was heated, you know. And we settled, and and we settled the. I walked out, and I came out. I'm like, I want to ask you. And he was like, yeah, I know, I'm in love with you.
Again.
Yeah, so that was what made me not to.
So at that point, okay, so he says he loves you. At that point, did you still love him?
He knows, yeah.
Did you say it?
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
So you guys are still in using the L word?
Yeah.
At this time?
Yeah.
That L word day happened. You still acknowledge your love for each other?
When we came off the house, we still,
Saga, very quickly, you're engineering boys. Abby?
Yes, we are.
When was Liquorose's birthday again?
When was her birthday?
Yeah. April what?
March. It was
March 31st, I beg your pardon.
I celebrated April 11th.
Were you at Liquorose's birthday?
Yes, I was.
Was Emmanuel there?
No, he wasn't.
Why not? Is your guy? What happened?
I didn't ask him why.
For real?
Because I respect his
You
privacy.
went to his girlfriend's birthday, and you didn't ask him why he's not coming.
I never asked him why.
Liquorose, because a lot of people were tagging me, Emmanuel did not post. Emmanuel is not there. I said it. Why? How did you get to that point? At what point did you go from the day you wore the white dress and saying, I love you, to March 31st where you are not even invited around me? Where did the break happen?
At that time, we're cool, but we're not friends, we're not enemies, you know.
You and Emmanuel?
Yeah.
At which time?
Like, we're cool, so no, we're not friends, we're not enemies.
I want to know what, before you reached there.
Okay, when I came out.
I love you.
Oh,
Where
okay.
did the
Yeah, don't
train
really
go
interview
left?
that. Sometimes I'm ashamed to watch them right now, you know, because a lot of things have happened. Yeah, my favorite thing, you know, a lot of things have happened, and he made me give me some flashback to some things that
happened between the both of you.
Yeah, that happened between both of us and all that. So him not coming was not a surprise to me or anything.
Did you invite him? You didn't?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you invited him?
Yeah, I did, because there was a list, my PA sent invite to everyone. I did on the group chat myself, then also on Instagram, there was a list.
So here's my question, sorry. Because, if Jackie B is having a birthday, I don't think a PA is going to send a message to my
No,
I think Jackie would.
No.
So I want to understand.
Okay.
You said things happened between the both of you that have to do. When did this happen?
Okay.
When you went from I love you, I'm in love with you, to a point where you are now cool?
Okay, before I go there, sorry. Usually, when we want to do something, we either just put on the group chat, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So I did that already. And I also felt okay, since we're sending invite on Instagram, I wrote everyone's name, to send. So I make sure okay, you sent to this, you sent to that, you sent to that. That's why I said my PA did. But I confirmed who they sent to and all that. It's just, we're getting to know each other in the house and all that. And love happened and all, we came out, we're still not like we said, we are dating, this, that, but we know what we had, we have feelings for each other, we said I love you, I'm in love with you, I'm in love with you, and we're getting to know each other, and life happened, it didn't work at some point, it was working, and one time it didn't work again, and we tried to okay, let's be friends, and the friendship brought disrespect and all, and okay, so he did show up at my party because we're not talking terms, so maybe, I think he has the better reason why he ignored the invite. So,
alright.
Okay.
Go on.
Because honestly, I'm lost. I can't exactly pinpoint what I did that.
Okay, if you can't pinpoint what you did, but you can pinpoint when things sort of went south.
I don't know which of the things she's talking about that went down that got us not to be in, good terms or talking terms. But I know certain things even happened before her birthday. I think it was a situation that went down, and I tried reaching her. I think this was when I wanted reopening my salon in Port Harcourt.
When was this? Last year?
Early this year.
Yeah.
February, yeah?
February,
I think
yes.
February, yeah.
You guys are still cool then?
No, before that, we were in...
I want to know, people are taking me to the end. My question is very clear. We know things have gone south.
Yes.
I think the whole country knows, the whole continent knows.
Yeah.
So that's not the point.
Okay.
We just want to know when and why and how we got there?
Honestly, I can't exactly pinpoint. I just felt like we started drifting away.
So it wasn't like one thing, is that true?
That's not true.
Okay, say your part.
If you say it's not true, maybe she can correct me.
So what was your own... What happened with you from your perspective?
So sometimes she calls me like, oh, you said certain things, or you did something that wasn't nice, so I don't like the way they reacted about it, that it's not... I'm like, so...
This is outside the house now?
Yeah, this is outside the house. So this happened once, twice. I'm like, okay, what's up? I'm not liking what's going on between us. If I'm doing certain things that I know I wouldn't want to do to hurt you, but it's making you feel that way, then I'd rather just, back away or back away and make you just focus on what you want to do, because she's very talented and very hardworking. So I didn't want to be the reason why certain things are happening and it's because of me. So when that happened, I was like, okay, let me just back out and just chill. I'll let you do your thing. After that, I didn't know that was the problem. But before my lunch, I tried reaching her, calling her, messaging her, no response. And then I dropped the invite on the group chats. Invited a couple of people. And it was like, oh, congratulations. And then she said congratulations. I'm like, I tried reaching you personally before this. And you did not respond. And then you respond in the group chats. What are you trying to say? That, oh, we're actually cool, but between ourselves, we don't that we're not actually talking to him anymore. And I think it was after the lunch, I came back and I think she called me and I met her. I was like, oh, you did something that I didn't like. I was like, okay, what was that thing I did? Like, oh, you went on a lunch there with Saskay. She called it a date. I'm like, it wasn't a date. I didn't know that was the problem because it wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't like a big deal for me. I'm not inviting me for your birthday. We've not been talking. What exactly am I coming here to do? Just tell her it's going to be one awkward moment. I didn't want that for her. I didn't want that for myself. So I was like, okay, let me just chill.
Okay, that was not even the issue. We're dating, right? And I walk into you and a girl in Dubai.
What? Dubai? Yeah, I know about that.
Please, can I finish? And I walk into you and a girl in Dubai. The only night I didn't sleep in your room. So the music was playing, it was dark, the bed was rough, and the girl sitting at the edge and she was covering her face with face masks.